Hey, what's up? It's your boy TIG Ronin back again with another daily yap for that ass. It's January 28th, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, today, all I got for you is the Soulsborne copycat era. It seems like for the past, I don't know how long, everybody's got a Soulsborne. It seems like that's like it's definitely the cool kid on the block. It's the new thing to do, even though it's not new anymore. But the bigger question is, are you feeling fatigued by all of the Soulsborne style games with those type of mechanics in it? I'm starting to see that sentiment rise on my timeline. I don't know if this is just people that I follow or I'm, checked in with. But I'm just wondering what the temperature is on all that, because ever since the Soulsborne formula became a thing, it does seem as if there's been a lot of people taking pages out the notebook from that. And I mean, that's the gaming space as a whole, right? It's a copycat space. Somebody does something, then the rest of them want to follow suit. I mean, you got your Fortnite and with the battle passes and all that, and then bada boom, you're seeing every game trying to have one, even games that don't need to have one. We was talking about that a couple of days ago, but it all makes sense. So, I mean, you see the same thing going on with the games as a service. Yes. And you see this. I mean, there's definitely big eras of gaming. There's always been multiple genres when you've been gaming, but like there's definitely like golden eras for it. Like platformers. I believe we talked about that a few times ago too. Platformers used to be the big kid on the block. Everything platform. There were so many platforms. Now, kind of few and far between, So, with that being said, I just want to know, are you tired of Soulsborne type games? Are you tired of them completely? Do you think that we should ease off on them and now lean into towards mixing them up? Because I think there is a lane for that, man. Stellar Blade was one of those that was pretty well received, and I don't like things to go away for good at all and not have any of them around. You know what I mean? So, but there's in the Soulsborne space, there's been a lot of, we'll call them Souls clones, that did really well, man. I haven't played it, Liza P, but I know a lot of people that swear by that game, man. So, and there's a few others. I can't name them right now because I can't think of them. Me personally, though, I am not tired of the formula, because to me, the Soulsborne way is probably one of my favorite combat systems. The vagueness of the worlds and the stories that they tell, I could see, I could do a little bit more story, but I don't necessarily mind that neither, because I love getting on the internet and I love seeing all you people that are smarter and more in depth in it than me, going deep into the lore and showing this and showing that. It's very cool to me. It's one of my favorite parts of the game, of the space. I think that's another big part of it. So, but that aside, the combat, it's probably some of my favorite combat in video games. Like because hey, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you like I'm one of these guys that can do these edits and I'm ducking under things and I got the cool edits. No, I'm not that good at it, not at all by any means. I am more of a like hit you over the head type thing and roll too much type of guy, which I mean, it is what it is, but the games are still fun for me. So don't take this as me being like some kind of super adept at the formula and that's the only way I like to have it, because that's not it. But I do feel like there is a change in the wind on the way, and I think a good spot to usher it in would have been Stellar Blade. And there's another one that dropped last year that the name is eluding me right now. I can't remember it, but I feel like they took things from the Soulsborne formula, combat wise and stuff like that, but kind of elaborated on it, did a little few things different. They took bits and pieces, and I think that's probably outside of FromSoft games, from software, you're going to get that. I think you're going to see that that Soulsborne formula, it's kind of just like hot shit right now. So it's going to be in there. It's going to be in the meat and the DNA of video games as a whole, because it was such a monumental thing. And then Elden Ring popped, and it took something that was, I wouldn't even say Dark Souls and Sekiro and all that was niche, but it brought something that wasn't already to the masses and made it mainstream, if you know what I mean. If you feel like I'm wrong, correct me on that. But I definitely think Elden Ring put it to a different level. So, and it made it a whole lot more accessible for a lot of people. And then people who may have tried it once or twice before decided to dive in. Me personally, I bought Demon Souls, the original one, 3 different times and returned it. And I never return games, but I just was getting stuck. But then every time I would see it in there, it would be kind of calling to me like a green goblin. And then it was like, pussy, play me, couldn't beat me. Made me feel bad. So I went back and got it a few times, and you know, it's like I'm saying, like, I'm not the best at them, but they're fun. And there's type of games that help you build your confidence in the game, and the more confidence you have in the game, it just turns into a better experience for you. So I feel as if Elden Ring kind of ushered in an age where people can be like, yo, you know, I can do this. So with that being more accessible, I think that formula will be even more widely used, because people will be quicker to pick it up, aside from the people that really just don't like it. I mean, because I've seen up and down the timeline, like, yo, if it's the stamina bar in the game, it ain't for me. And I mean, that shit can be annoying at times, but I mean, I like it. It adds all to it. But like I said, I'm a that style of combat truther. It makes you think a little bit more, and it's good for someone like me who just be running in, smashing buttons and slapping shit. I'm smacking shit. So I do think that there is a certain level of fatigue, but I think that it's going to be more integrated into it, as opposed just a Soulsborne and this, like kind of similar to like what an RPG is now. Back when I was coming up, when I was younger, an RPG basically meant one thing. Like it was turn-based. Most RPGs were all turn-based. And most of the ones that weren't were maybe on PC or something like that, but I wasn't gaming on PC when I was younger at all. So we didn't see that type of stuff. When you heard RPG, that meant like you're tinkering with stats, and odds are it's gonna be turn-based, which I don't hate on turn-based games. I play turn-based games. But I do not think it is the best type of combat system. But I don't mind it, and I will play them. That's completely fine with me. We don't need everything to be the same, which comes back around to the point of the Soulsborne fatigue. So, and now my whole point with that was, I'm going off on a tangent. My whole point with that is, now there's so many games with different RPG elements, like the stats, the changing your armors and the leveling up. All these things were kind of exclusive to your turn-based RPGs, which is my favorite parts of those games. So even though the turn-based system wasn't necessarily my favorite, and people used to get on me for that too. They're like, boy, you playing that damn one button game again? I'm like, oh man, come on. All right, put on Madden. I'll do this later when I'm by myself. But yeah, I love all that. Like, numbers go up, bing, 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 inject it. That's my type of thing. So now you have that in so many games that you wouldn't necessarily, at first glance, consider an RPG. They have RPG elements. It's in the meat, it's in the DNA of gaming now. So I think a lot of the things that came from the Soulsborne era of things, like the golden age and this immersion of it, you know what I'm saying? Immersion, that's not the word I'm looking for. The coming out of it, I don't know what it is. But of that, I think we'll see it in the DNA, kind of like the RPG systems and the RPG elements, man. Because now if you look at award shows, like some games up there, like it just doesn't really make too much sense for the categories they have, which whole nother subject. But I forgot where I was going with that, man. It's so easy to lose train of thought. But yeah, I do think that we're about to see, we're about to see a new age of action games hitting the forefront, man, with the Ninja Gaiden 2 remake that they just dropped, which is, where the fuck did that come from? That's dope. And then the reveal of the Ninja Gaiden 4. People seem to be really fucking excited about that. And before Soulsborne games, that was the hard game. Bro, I remember hitting a checkpoint, and I had got battered to the checkpoint. So, you know, back then save files were kind of iffy and funny. So I was locked in with little ass health, no healing items, and then I had to go fight a bunch of people right after that. And dude, it was like the ultimate get good moment, because it was fucking hard, and I just was stuck there for over a year, dude. And putting the game, pick back down, I ended up getting past it finally with like a smidgen of health. But those games was the hard games before Soulsborne came about. And man, the temp on those is red hot, blue hot, white hot. Whichever is the hottest is that. So I think those are going to usher in back an age of more action games, man, because I feel like those aren't appreciated at this level like they used to be, man, when we was playing the original God of War trilogies and whatnot, man. So I need to go check out the first Berserker. I forget what it's called, Kazan, I forget what it is. The demo's out. I need to go see it. I'm hearing it's a real fun action one, and it does have some Soulsborne elements, so I need to see that, man. I would love, not necessarily because I prefer the action games over it, but I would love that for the space as a whole. For anybody that doesn't feel like they can get with the Soulsborne, it's just not their jam. I would love that for them. So, but yeah, that's all I got for you today. I'm about to pull up, hop in this place, do what I need to do. But yeah, y'all let me know. Are you sick and tired and fatigued of the Soulsborne combat and just Soulsborne stuff in general, or are you like, feed it to me, keep it coming, man, because I don't mind it. I'll play them as long as they make them. Yeah, so that's it. And on behalf of Sword of Series Gaming, I'm TIG Ronin, and I'm out.